So one of the main ones was the Thunderbolts trailer. So we had got like a teaser, I think it was before this one, but this one was a little bit longer and showed a little bit more. And this trailer really sort of got me excited for the Thunderbolts movie. I think it'll be pretty good. Uh, I'm excited for Captain America: Brave New World this weekend. I think it's going to be pretty good too. I sort of like a lot of the more grounded MCU movies, or street level, and Daredevil Born Again's coming up pretty soon too. So I like a lot more of the sort of more grounded MCU movies rather than a lot of the sort of dealing with like the super powerful beings and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited for that. Another one that we seen, which they sort of released before the Super Bowl, was Jurassic World Rebirth with Scarlett Johansson. I think that will be pretty good. I'm sort of a casual Jurassic World or Jurassic Park watcher. I'm not like a super big fan of them, but the first Jurassic World with Chris Pratt was pretty good, but the other two I didn't care for. So I'm hoping this seems like it's like sort of like a soft reboot where they're still following the story, but they're going with like a different cast with Scarlett Johansson and all them. Um, and it sort of gives me like sort of like King Kong type vibes where they're like going through the island and all that. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Um, we had a Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. That was pretty cool. I like all the Mission Impossible movies. I think they've all been pretty good. Um, what else did we got? We sort of had a little teaser for Lilo and Stitch. It wasn't like an actual trailer. It was just Stitch running around on the field, which was actually pretty funny. I liked that one quite a bit, even though we didn't actually see anything from the movie, but it was pretty cool. Um, let's see what else. I think those are the main ones that we had. Um, yeah, I think those were the main ones that stood out to me. They had some other ones, but I didn't really care for them. Or I don't really remember any others that really stood out to me. I think they might have had a Fantastic Four one. I'm not sure, but they dropped that one like before the Super Bowl. So we've seen that one before, and it was pretty good. Out of all the Marvel movies coming out this year, so we have Captain America, Brave New World coming out, then Thunderbolts, and then Fantastic Four. I think those are the three that are coming out this year for Marvel. I think I don't know. It's hard to. I'm sort of excited the most for Fantastic Four, but I'm also the most nervous for it because they have a lot to do with that movie because they've had other movies before it. Um, so they have to sort of stand out. That's why they're sort of doing it in the 60s, I think. It sort of switches it up a little bit. Um, and not only that, but I think the Fantastic Four are going to be a big part of the MCU moving forward. But in order for them to continue or to be a big part of the MCU in the future, this movie really has to do good, and we really have to really like the characters. And then I'm sure they're gonna have to set up Doom in that because it's the Fantastic Four, so I feel like that's the most natural place for them to sort of set that up. So I feel like that movie has a lot to do, and since it's in a different universe, they also have to somehow try and get them into the 616 universe. So it has a lot of stuff to sort of tie in and fit into that movie. So I hope they don't overdo it and it's a well written movie and they don't try and cram too much into it. but I'm pretty excited for that one. A little bit nervous. I'm actually pretty excited for all three movies. The Captain America Brave New World coming out this weekend. I'm pretty excited for that as well. I think it'll be pretty cool. I like Sam Wilson as Captain America. Um, Seeing Red Hulk. We're going to see the leader. We might see Bruce Banner's Hulk. I'm not sure. And Thunderbolts, I'm pretty excited for too. So Captain America, Brave New World seems like it's more going to be about um, like political type stuff a little bit, like maybe like conspiracy type stuff because they're gonna be trying to get adamantium from Tima or whatever they call that celestial type deal. So I feel like that's going to be a lot of like political type stuff and stuff like that. Um, but as far as Thunderbolts, I think it's going to be a little bit darker with Century. So little little bit different. Well, they probably have a little bit of political stuff in Thunderbolts as well with Val and all that. So I'm pretty excited for both those and Fantastic Four. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's other trailers that I'm missing. There's How to Train Your Dragon, which I don't think. I think that was the one they already had out, that, like the teaser that we had already seen. That one, mm, I I don't know that I'll go see it in the theaters. I'll probably watch it once it comes out to streaming or something like that. Like I'm not super excited for it. Like I mean, I like the original animated How to Train Your Dragon movies, but I'm not that hyped for the live action one. Um, yeah, I'll probably still watch it after it comes out, like on DVD or on streaming or something. But I probably won't go to the theaters and watch it because it's not that big of a deal to me, especially since it looks like they're making it almost, well, pretty similar to the first animated movie, but and sort of the same with Lilo and Stitch. Um, I feel like I'd more so want to go watch that just because Lilo and Stitch has been so much longer since they made it, I guess. So even if it is close to what the original was, it'll be fun. And Stitch is pretty fun to watch and crazy. Um, and I don't know, cause like How to Train Your Dragon, I feel like wasn't that long ago that those movies came out compared to Lilo and Stitch was like a long time ago, a lot longer, probably 10 years, maybe 10, 15 years before How to Train Your Dragon. So I feel like for them to do a live action of that, it's like it makes more sense because we haven't seen those characters. As I know it's going to be a different version, it's a live action, but we still haven't like seen those characters for a long time compared to How to Train Your Dragon. It's like it's pretty fresh in our minds. So like we're not missing those characters as much. That's just my thoughts on it, but yeah, I'm excited for some more trailers that will be released this year. I'm not sure what we'll get really, um, but something like major, like Toy Story 5 or Incredibles 3, which I think Incredibles 3 is just like just now starting production or something like that. Toy Story 5 is a little more developed, I think. Um, I don't know if we got a Superman trailer during the Super Bowl. I don't remember seeing one, but I feel like they would have put one on there. But I'm pretty excited for Superman. That one sort of has a lot. riding on it too for DC. Um, because Superman. If Superman doesn't work, then the whole thing doesn't really work because like Superman and Batman are the main characters for DC. So if those characters, we don't like those characters, or if we don't like the movie, then everything else is sort of up in the air. Um, but from what I've seen from the trailer, it looks pretty good. I think I'll like it quite a bit. James Gunn, pretty much most of his movies are pretty good. So I definitely don't think it will be a flop at all, but I am concerned that it won't be super great, if that makes sense. Like it'll be pretty average, but I hope I'm wrong and it's just really good, really good. Um, One thing that does concern me a little bit about Superman is from the trailer, you see a lot of different characters, which like Guy Gardner, the Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific. I feel like there's somebody else maybe, but if it's not written right, it can be a little bit overcrowded because you have to give each character sort of their own little moments and develop their character so we care about them. I do like that they're adding. He added crypto in. I feel like this is going to be a little bit more a fun Superman, and James Gunn's DCU is going to be a lot more fun than the DCEU was really dark and stuff, which I enjoy because like with Marvel, I feel like that's where they've really hit is when they can balance the the comedy with the heart, with the action, and making us care about these characters while still being able to sort of laugh with them and um, the cool action and stuff. It's not just one thing. Um, but I feel like that's when movies are the best, when they have a mix of everything, because it's sort of like life. Life is that way. Not everything's happy all the time, but it's not grim and dark all the time either. It's sort of a mix. Um, yeah, so and it makes it feel a little more real when you have a balance of things. Have comedic moments, but you also have serious moments, and you have emotions to the characters. Because once again, like in real life, we're all emotional people. We have different emotions. We're happy sometimes. We're sad sometimes. We have trauma. We have our likes and dislikes, stuff like that. So having that good balance, I feel like, is the key. And I feel like James Gunn knows how to do that really well, especially with like the Guardians movies. I feel like did a really great balance with us caring about Rocket, caring about Peter Quill, caring about all the Guardians, but also having those comedic moments, but also having the serious storyline and good storytelling. So I feel like it can be done, and I feel like James Gunn knows that Superman or knows Superman really well, knows how to portray him well, and he knows there's a lot riding on this, so that's why he wanted to direct this and write it and everything, is because he wanted to make sure it was done right and didn't want to trust somebody else with it. He wanted to make sure that this landed, and he knows how much is riding on this, so I think he'll do a good job with it. Um, yeah, so I think the two I'm most excited for is probably Fantastic Four and Superman. Um, like Captain America and Thunderbolts, I'm excited for, but not quite as much, I don't think. Um, yeah, I don't remember some of the other movies that are coming out this year, but those are the main ones that are sticking in my brain. Um, yeah. So thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any movies or trailers or even commercials from the Super Bowl that you guys are excited about or stood out to you, let me know in the comments. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.